So, good morning, YouTube. I wanted to do a follow-up on my last YouTube. So I'm pretty discouraged today. I know I got this big smile on my face. Anyway, I got my lab results back. But anyway, I wanted to start out with this. I have this picture in most of my YouTubes, and this guy right here, that was my dad. He had like a incredibly huge impact on my life. And he passed away when I was 22, and it changed my entire life. It changed the trajectory of my life in so many ways I can't even say. And then after that, I started to have all kinds of issues with, I guess, PTSD, because the event actually happened pretty suddenly. A priest had come and told me that my father had died. Anyway, and so it was pretty quick after that that I started to have these events, and I ended up going to see a cardiologist even back then, and then it sort of come and go, like issues with it, and then I was on an antidepressant for many years to try to deal with it, um, and and I'm off of that antidepressant because I don't want to be on those for the rest of my life. I'm not suggesting that for anyone else. I just want to put that out there. But anyway, so now I'm back at this yet again. I had gone in for a COVID test, and my blood pressure was just, this second COVID test that I went to get, my blood pressure was just uh, like over the, I mean, it was just crazy. And so I thought, okay, well, I gotta go in. So I go in, and he did prescribe some medication, but he also did a blood screen, and then he also has made a refer to a cardiologist. So I have a cardiologist appointment next week. I'm like, oh my god. But anyway, this is what I'm kind of concerned about. Do you see all that red there? That can't be good. I guess it's not good. Not only do I have high blood pressure, but I've got like uh, cholesterol issues. And this would go to my beloved dad. Not only did I have his blood type, so I had his blood type, and then apparently I've got his issues. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, and pending heart disease. So I thought I was like not going to have to deal with this stuff because my lifestyle, and I have to say this again, I have a very, very, very strict lifestyle. Although I will admit that lately, like over this Christmas, I did kind of indulge in um, a lot of my no-nos, like things that I absolutely should not eat. But so I guess I'm going to have to change my diet yet again, and just kind of go back to the basics and see what happens. I and even sitting in the doctor's office, I had realized how far that I've come from just conventional medicine. And there's this term that's like often used recently. It's like kind of used as a weapon, and that is the term like science. So I follow science. And I'm like, oh, okay. Uh, and I just want to remind people that science developed the atomic bomb. Science developed systemic pesticides in seeds. Science has brought out a lot of positives and negatives for us. And so just following the science really isn't enough. Not that I'm anti-science, because I love science, but I also think that there's a whole lot that we don't know. And I know this kind of seems like it doesn't, but this is kind of an aside, but when I was in the doctor's office, I was really aware of how far I've come in that I do not subscribe to this idea that because my parents had some condition that I am doomed to get it. I do not subscribe to that camp. So much to my dismay, I get these lab results and I'm like, ah! Anyway, um, but I'm going to end with this. Thank you for bearing with me on this. But I want to end with this. I was watching the movie The Theory of Everything, which is the story of Stephen Hawking. And he got in front of all of his colleagues and he had put out this idea. And there were, like, a lot of his colleagues were just standing up and walking out. They were laughing at him. They were just, like, in a lot of ways, kind of humiliating him for having an idea that seemed preposterous, right? But a lot of ideas seem preposterous until they are proven through discovery and science, which I love science. But I don't just do anything because somebody tells me there's science behind it. See, now I'm going off again, and I probably shouldn't, but I'm just going to say it really fast, because you actually can find the science for just about anything that you want. You can find a lot of science right now pro-vaccine, and you can find a lot of science anti-vaccine. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I will be back with other ideas. My brain is like just, like, I can't even describe. I have a lot going on in my head right now, and I'll have to, like, sort it out and then bring my newest thoughts. Anyway, I thank you for bearing with me. Love you guys. I'll be back.